Good morning, everyone. Welcome to video 23 of Exposing the Beast System. Right now, I need you guys to forget everything that you have ever learned in this world and start fresh. Start fresh. Okay, today we're going to be discussing food. The food that you put in your mouth, that we need to live. I'm not going to claim that I have any knowledge about food, except that the food that the people give you that provide the food for us, that food is probably tainted. The food is probably all bad for you, just because I know where it comes from. Like I said, I'm not going to pretend to act like I know what food is safe and what food is not. Because I live in a big growing area. They grow a lot of stuff around here. I see the chemicals that they put in vegetables. I see the big drums of chemicals sitting beside the fields that they put onto the vegetables that they grow with these chemicals. And anything that's grown in chemicals can't be good for you. Can't be good for you. The human body does not respond well to chemicals. We are a chemical reaction in motion. So we don't respond well to outside chemicals, especially the ones that they figured out that are bad for us, that oxidize our cells and just basically make us die faster. That's their whole gig. They just spend our whole life trying to kill us. If it says the U.S. Department of Agriculture on it, on the label, I know it's bad. I know it's bad. I need to look no further than the pentagrams that are associated with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to know that it's bad. To know that it's bad. If you know the signs and symbols to look for, you'll know it's bad. I'm not saying that any of the food that you can walk into your local grocery store and buy for you is good for you. I really don't think any of it is good for you. This is why I do this. This is a little something from yesterday. Well, here are a couple of new additions out here in the greenhouse. Just in the middle here is an avocado tree. And these two little trees flanking the avocado are actually pink grapefruit trees. Yep, those are actually 3 trees growing there, folks. Yep, nice. Can't wait to eat the fruit and the avocados that these produce. I have 5 greenhouses on my property. I grow food. I don't know that the food that I grow for myself is any safer than anything that you can buy in the store. I don't know that. I don't know that. But I do put in the work in order to provide for myself. I'm basically trying to live a 19th century lifestyle in the 21st century. And it's very trying at times. It's very trying. So we need to forget everything that we have ever learned in this world and start fresh. Start fresh. Alcohol. Okay, alcohol is a big part of food. People associate alcohol with food. Alcohol is poison, pure and simple. Okay, I don't drink. I don't drink. The thing that got me to stop drinking was the fact that I went into a class one time. It was in college. And the professor was talking about chemistry. And actually the subject of alcohol came up. And this individual was very smart in chemistry. And what he told us that day made me decide to stop drinking immediately. And what he told us that day was that if you take the chemical compound of alcohol and you move one molecule one way, decrease it, it turns into ether or starting fluid. Okay? Starting fluid, the stuff that you use to start your motor in your car. But if you increase that number the other way, it actually turns into formaldehyde or embalming fluid. So basically, when you're dealing with alcohol, you're dealing with a chemical compound that's somewhere directly between ether and embalming fluid. Okay, and embalming fluid is what they put in you after you're dead. So I really don't think I want to put that stuff in me while I'm alive. I really don't think I want to have that in my body floating around. So that's why I don't drink. Water's another big thing. I only drink distilled structured water that I make myself. I have a water distiller that I bought online. They don't want water distillers to be common household appliances. And if you don't believe me, just try walking into your local store, your local Walmart, or any of your Illuminati stores that are around your area, Meijer or whatever's close to you, and just try to buy a water distiller. Just walk in and try to buy a water distiller, because they don't sell them. They don't sell them. Sure, you can go to Walmart's online store and they have them for sale there. Everybody sells them online. But you can't walk into a store and buy a water distiller. That's by design, folks. That's by design. Trust me, it's by design. They don't want you to have a water distiller. You should buy a water distiller today, okay, and start distilling and structuring your own water. And if you don't know what structuring water is, go ahead and look into it. Do a YouTube search on structuring water. The easiest way that I found to structure water, and I structure water like this way more than any other way, is just to pour it between two glasses about 10 times. That's what I do. You'll actually notice the properties of the water change in the time that you're pouring the glasses back and forth in between each other. Yeah, alcohol and water, they get us. Alcohol, man, is bad stuff. Now we'll move on to fast food, Illuminati companies, McDonald's. Now they're the biggest Illuminati food perpetuator on people, poisoning mankind. McDonald's food is not even real food. And I'm going to put this little piece of a video in here that I made a while back, just to let you know what's exactly in this food that you're getting at these fast food restaurants. Here you go.
Another one of those things you can share with people to help them open their eyes and say, how would the FDA allow this to happen? Oh, because they want this to happen. This is about depopulation. This is about making us sick, dumbing us down. And while the majority of us don't eat fast food, I'm sure that 99% of the audience that listens to this channel does not, or at least claims to not. We all know that there's times where you might be on the road, or some, circumstances might be difficult, and you might have to grab something on the go, and you might grab something from one of these places. So it's of importance to know just what kind of chemicals they're putting in the fast food packaging. Because this story has just broke that chemicals that have been associated with cancer and other health problems have been found in some fast food packaging, according to a new study. Researchers found the substances which can leach into food in sandwich and dessert wrappers and paperboard containers. We have more than one reason to try to eat more fresh food and to reduce our consumption of fast food, said Laurel Shader, one of the study's authors and a research scientist for the Silent Spring Institute. This is another reason. The chemicals PFASs are used in non-stick, stain-resistant, and waterproof products. Fast food packaging manufacturers might use them to keep sauces or grease from leaking through the wrapper. Yeah, I'm sure that's why they do it, to prevent, leakage through the wrappers. That's why they even just mentioned above, they're talking about the cardboard box. Okay, the boxes they use, I think like Whoppers might come in it, or some type of big hamburger, comes in a box, or a fish sandwich comes in a box from McDonald's. Okay, so not buying it, that they're doing it to prevent leakage. They're doing it because they've been poisoning us. And the chemicals that are already in that hamburger or in that fast food that you're getting, in addition to potentially body parts that are also, amongst other things, inside of these fast food meals. The article says that some of the substances in this category are associated with kidney and testicular cancer, low birth weight, thyroid disease, amongst other things. The woman says her team tested wrappers from 27 fast food companies, including McDonald's, Wendy's, Starbucks, and Panera Bread. And for those of you that are duped into thinking Panera Bread or Chipotle are a healthy alternative to Taco Bell or to anything else out there, fast food's fast food. These people are dumping chemicals into all of it. The illusion that it's healthy. Subway, eat fresh. I don't think so. Nothing fresh about it. Last time I remember having Subway, couldn't get off the toilet. It says 1/3 of all samples tested contain detectable concentrations of fluorine, a marker for PFASs. The food packages that were most likely to contain the fluorine were paper wrappers for desserts and sandwiches. Paper boards such as the stiff containers for French fries or pizza also contain fluorine. According to the Center for Disease Control's Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, some PFAs have shown changes in the liver, thyroid, pancreatic function, as well as some changes in hormone levels. They can also increase cholesterol, yeah, you think, and cancer risk. Though more study is needed to understand exactly how chemicals that they dump in our food.
Do you really need to hear any more? I mean, that's what these people are doing to us through this food. It is absolutely insane. You know, they are trying to kill us through this food. And the Food and Drug Administration seems to be honky-dory with all of this shit. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not okay with any of it. Okay? I'm not okay with any of it.
Also found human meat in several trucks on their way to deliver the burgers to the fast food restaurants. There are reports which suggest that upon inspecting McDonald's factories and food restaurants throughout the country, food authorities found human meat in 90% of the locations, while horse meat was found in 65% of the locations.
And why do you think none of these beef patties taste the same? Beef is
And they're all beef patties. It turns out they're all beef patties included traces of pork and horse meat. Right. So I don't even understand how this happened, but actually I do understand how it happened. The supplier in this case was looking to put filler into the all beef patties, and the filler in this case ended up being pork and horse meat.
The fast food giants have a monopoly on poison. They're poisoning the masses. You know, they make it so convenient and so cheap. I mean, you can't even make a hamburger at your house for 99 cents. You can't. It's impossible. But you can go to a store and buy their poison for 99 cents. Why? Because there's no real food in it. This stuff is manufactured. Okay, now what it's manufactured out of, you heard it. You heard it on that video. Human DNA? Really? They're putting humans in McDonald's food, Burger King food. 95% of the stores tested found human DNA in the food. If that doesn't get your attention, folks, nothing will. Nothing will. This is going to be the end of video 23 for today. I hope that you all have a blessed weekend. Put on the armor of God. See you soon.